Hi everyone, I am back with an Amazon haul of things that I got to help me with junk journaling, which is gonna seem like a oxymoron because it's not junk and I'm making this too expensive of a hobby, but stay tuned. Okay, so I realized as I was doing that intro, I'm spending a lot of money on junk journaling, which I think the initial part of junk journaling is just to use junk around the house. But I, of course, always take hobbies to the extreme, and seems to be no different. So anyway, I thought I would show you all what I got. First of all, the Smart Tank ink printer, and I'll link all these things below. They will be affiliated links, so I will get a commission if you happen to buy them, but I don't care if you use the links or not. They're just there, and if you do, thank you, because that helps my channel. But I got this printer because, for one, it'll be hard for you to read this, but it says it comes with 2 years supply of ink, which when I was reading through the blurb about it, you can see the inks down here. This is a tank inkjet, so instead of having those cartridges, you get bottles of ink that you just refill, and supposedly it's got enough to keep refilling it for 2 years. Now, my guess is that if somebody uses this for junk journaling and printing off a lot of pages with color that's on the front and the back, that it probably won't last that long, but we'll see. But it comes with, well, you can connect it to your phone. It comes with the 3 colors of ink and a bigger size of the black, and they're trying to tell you that you can, well, I don't know what they're trying to tell you here. Better be able to print more pages than that. But you can stay connected with Wi-Fi, and so it's easy to print from any device, and that's what I need is a Wi-Fi. I mean, the one that I had for work was Wi-Fi, and that's what I really needed for home too, because if the kids want to print something, or it's usually the kids, then they can just send it down here. The other thing I liked about it, I don't know if you can tell this, but this printer prints all the way to the edge. So I thought that would be really useful. I bought some printables on Etsy, and so I'll be looking forward to being able to print those all the way to the edge. And is there anything else? I'm obviously not opening this on camera, but after I do and get it set up, I'm gonna print a few of the pages that I bought from Etsy, a few of the printables, and then you'll be able to see the quality of it. So there was that, and what did that cost? I want to say it was $1.99. But let me just make sure. All right. Don't make it as easy. It's not as easy to find prices on here sometimes as it is. Yep, it was 20% off, so I got it for, well, $199.99. And so there's that. So then next, so my daughter ordered some onesies for her and her boyfriend to wear for Halloween, although they since found out they're not allowed to wear costumes to school for Halloween, but they can wear them on Wednesday, so I don't understand that. But she opened most of these packages looking for her onesies. Like 2 onesies were going to be in here, but anyway, all right, so first in here, I bought some matte Mod Podge. I only had glossy on hand, so I thought matte would work better for junk journaling because I don't really like the shiny look for that. So I got that, and I don't know if I got any brushes to use with this, but I could pick those up at the Dollar Tree, or those sponge brushes, whatever you call those. And so that was the 8-ounce was $3.98. And then I got, because I don't assume that the ink is going to last 2 years, I got refills. So the pink must be in a different box, and these were each $15.99. So they'll just go in storage, I guess, until I need them. Next, oh, and here's the pink. And this is a, how much is in this? Oh, it's not open. I was gonna say, I was curious to see if it said how many ounces of ink are in here, but I don't know, maybe that wouldn't even matter to tell people, because how would you know how long it takes to use an ounce? All right, so then I got this corner punch. I'm embarrassed to say, but I do already own this corner punch, but I don't know where it's at. And the corner punches are very, very useful for when you're working on with your paper. So it's got 3 different roundnesses of the corners, and let's see if I can find, let's use this that I threw away earlier during the decluttering. So usually when I use a punch like this, I'm looking at this side, not this side when I use it. And you really just stick it in the corner, and then you clip, and then it's rounded. And then I'll just do the others. Oh, well, this one didn't even, oh, because that's the corner I already did. So you can see that one is much less than that. And then this one's somewhere in the middle. So, and this card isn't cut very well, so that's why. So let me try this one down here with the first one again. But it's very easy to get your rounded edges on your paper. And this was $7.98, and I noticed, oh, they've got it on here too. I noticed on Temu that okay, well, I still have never figured out, oh, that's a little bit better, but they've got ones that just will make a dot on one side, or a hole. So I probably would have rather had that one, to be honest, and then it would have been a little bit different than the one that I already had that I will find someday, and have 2 that I didn't need, but or an extra. So this is going to go in my junk journal bin, which is still over here. All right, the next, sorry, I'm getting something in my eye. Hang on a second. I'm like going blind. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Now my eye is like a little red. It is what it is. All right. I don't even know what this, oh, this is my ink. My Ranger ink, Ranger Oxide, Distress Oxide ink, sorry. So they had, Amazon had a 4-pack of the colors that are typically used by people doing scrapbooking and vintage whatever. So this is Vintage Photo, Antique Linen, Walnut Stain, and Black Soot. So you would use these around the edges, or if you're trying to further distress paper, and people typically use these, and these come off. So yeah, so I'm excited to have those. I'm really kind of hoping that the Black Soot one will help me make things look like they're burnt on the edges, so we'll have to see. I don't know how often I'll use antique linen unless I try to use this in place of making my own tea-stained paper. I don't know. I don't know if it's that kind of color, but it'll be fun to try or to play with that. And that set, you can buy them separate, but because it came in a set and it was all the colors I wanted, I just decided to get that. But that was $22. They've got other four-piece sets, but it looks like this one is actually the cheapest. So that's kind of nice. I mean, 22 is nothing to, I mean, that's still expensive, but not really for these. All right, so I'm going to put these down in the junk journal thing too. So then we're just left with a box. All right, so then I got some circle paper punches. The printables that I bought off of Etsy from Victoria, so like Victoria only with an E, Victoria Designs. And her shop is hugely popular, so it's not like she needs me hawking for her. But several of the folio design kits that I purchased from her have you creating kind of your own button closures, and all of her button closures, I think I saw that she said were either the 1-inch circle or the 5/8 inch circle, which this set had both, plus it's got a 5/16 circle. So I want to get these out. Not that you don't already know what a punch does, but I wanted to demo them all. And okay, so let's talk the cost of crafting, right? You don't need a punch to punch out circles. You can cut out your own, and if they're not perfectly round, well, that's probably better anyway, because it's a junk journal and that would probably be more authentic looking. But I figure I can also use these with card making, which I do want to be a little bit more precise, and I wanted to be more precise with the printables. Why am I having trouble saying that word? The printables. I wanted to be more precise because I think her drawings are more precise. So this one is different in that it's got like a catch here on the bottom, kind of like a hole punch would have, and then you would slide it out to get your circle. So there's the 1-inch, and then let me do the other two. So that's kind of nice that it catches it. Then you don't have it falling out. Sorry, this one looks a little bit, okay. I was gonna say this one looks a little bit more difficult to remove. What am I doing wrong? I can't get this, I cannot get the punch thing off of this one. Well, this one and the other one, they both stayed in the hole spot, the punch spot, so I could get it out. But this one, I don't know where it went. Did it fall out when I wasn't paying attention? What? Oh, now it did. So this one is almost like a regular 3-hole punch size. So you've got that, then the 5/8, and then the 1 inch. So I was glad to get, and I shopped around for this one on Amazon because there's, just like Temu, there's all these different sellers, and so I wanted to look and see who had the best deal. I don't think this is I definitely don't think this is the best brand, but I figured for what it was. $13.99 for 3. All right. All right, then I got a set of brads because a lot of all the printable kits that I got have a need for a brad if I do the design that they are built for. So these were brass, but these come in all, you know, silver, gold, bronze, probably rose gold, but I just decided that this color was probably the most antique-y. And I think I'm going to focus not solely, but mostly on steampunk designs. But I did get she had a crow and raven set, kind of from Edgar Allan Poe, but I liked it because of the crow part. And so I got a mini kit of that, which makes a folio, and then I just got her basic paper set for it, so it has several pages, full sheet pages of design, and then it's got several pages of ephemera that you can cut out. So yeah, so I really wanted to get a lot more of her designs, but I said no, I probably ought to try to focus. So she had several steampunk ones, which I thought were really neat looking. So that was kind of where I chose to focus. All right, so those brads, where did they go? They are free today. That's a joke. Whenever we go to the store and you can't find the price tag, they're free today. All right. The bronze ones, oh, they're all the different colors they had, were $5.49, and you get 100. There's 100 in that package, and it's a nice little case. I'm gonna buy some of these cases off of Temu, although I think the ones on Temu are a little taller and maybe a little bit rounder. All right, next is, I think this is transparency paper that can go through the printer. I don't know why it's wrapped like this, except so it doesn't melt, maybe? I don't know. That doesn't seem right, because if it's going to go through the printer. But how do I want to open this? Maybe I'll open it on the bottom. I wish it came in a resealable package, because now I'm kind of nervous seeing that it's in something like this. It had not occurred to me that there was transparency paper that could go through a printer. I don't know why it hadn't occurred to me, but it hadn't. Oh, well, there's a little box that it came in. So, and this particular one I got was a little bit more expensive than a couple of the others that I found. But this one, I guess it's harder to figure out which side it goes up on the transparency paper, because in a lot of the ads or a lot of the different products for this, they acted like you got to get your fingers wet and then rub the corner, and whichever side is sticky is the one that goes up, blah, blah, blah. Well, I didn't really want to do that. So I found this one that was only maybe $1 or $2 more, but it was unique because it has one corner that's already been rounded, and that tells you what direction to put it in. So this is super wrapped up, so it's in a metal bag in a box, and then wrapped up more in more paper, although this one is nice because it's got it'll reseal. But you can see over here it says, you know, there's a rounded side, and so that should be on the right, and then you'll know you have it going the right way. But I thought this would be really neat to do. You know, you can find some of those PET stickers on Temu and other places, and I just thought it might be cool to print on a transparency to get kind of those clearer images. So I thought I'd give it a try. And they show, I guess, I don't know, what is that? That's an ornament. But of course they use it for office. Who uses transparencies for work anymore? It's not like people have well, I don't know. It seems like everybody would be using like PowerPoint these days, but maybe not. So yeah, so you get 50, and it's letter size paper. And the price for that was $14.99. So obviously it's on the expensive side, so I'm not going to just go using it for everything. I'm going to need to be specific. So maybe I'll use it for more of the ephemera pieces that I got with the sets. Although it could be kind of cool to do a whole page one and just cut it up and put it different places. I don't know. That'll be part of the fun of creating. I watched Victoria Designs. I don't know if that's her Facebook page or not. Not Facebook, YouTube channel. I don't know if that's what the YouTube channel's called, but she has a lot of tutorials on there about how to use her printables, and she's got various designs, you know, and things that you can do. And she had one where one of her customers had taken some of her printables and had made a junk journal. And so I watched it, and they used the cereal box to make the cover, and so I watched through all that, and they used several pieces of the printables, but then they also still put in their own tea stained paper and music sheets and, you know, other kind of stuff besides just the printables, and it looked really cool when it was done. So that may be, well, I know that I'm going to do one of the folios first because it's going to turn out to be my giveaway for when I hit 2,000 subscribers. But yeah, I don't know. I think as I'm first starting out, because I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm, of course, have been showing you guys things that I've gotten through thrifting and everything, which I think will help with some of those other pages, but I still kind of lack some skill when it comes to making collages and that kind of thing. So I think the printables will help me with that. in the beginning at least, while I learn. All right, and then I got, anybody in the card making world knows that Neenah is some of the best cardstock that you can get, bar none. And so this is 65-pound paper. A lot of the kits that Victoria designs, her name is Tina, T-I-N-N-E, that Tina makes, she uses 60-pound paper. Well, I couldn't find that, so I got 65-pound paper, and she described the 60-pound paper as being about twice the thickness of computer paper. So I have some 110-pound paper, but she acted like you wouldn't really want to go too much higher than the 60, because once you add all the layers on, and 110-pound paper won't fold as easily as the 60 or 65 does. So I went ahead and invested in some paper. This seems like there's only 250 sheets in here. So then this is like the size of a normal ream of computer paper. So that does go to show that it is about twice, or yeah, about twice the thickness of computer paper. So, and this is supposed to be really good for printing things in color also, because there's some paper that doesn't hold the ink very well. So Neenah, just keep that in mind. Neenah has lots of different weights, and the bright white is usually a really good option. I know when I was ordering kits from Simon Says Stamp, they almost always had some Neenah cardstock in every box. All right, and this was $14.29. So again, that's expensive. You can, my 110-pound paper that I got from Walmart, I think it was maybe $8. So you are paying for it. So I need to be I need to not just print anything and everything. I need to be specific and purposeful so that I don't waste it. But there's that. I don't have a good place to put that at the moment. And was that it? All right, so that was it. I think there's one thing maybe that hasn't come yet. Let me check. I ordered some special glue because I have glue sticks. Okay, well that's not Amazon. That's my husband and son getting back from taking a walk. It's already dark, so I don't know what they were doing. All right, so I also ordered some, I ordered two other things. Oh, it says the glue is here. Where did that go? Okay, well, I'll tell you about it. It must be upstairs somewhere and I just didn't see it. But I was looking around and all the videos that I was watching, and everybody was talking about PVA adhesive. So the one that I got looks like this, and you can look at the link below if you want to look at it. But it's ideal for bookbinding and paper projects. So it dries clear, and I've seen a lot of people use this where they put it all on and then they use their fingers to kind of smooth it out so you don't have ripples and whatnot in your paper when you're done. But a lot of people use this and glue sticks. So I already had the glue sticks, so I figured I'd get this. And then the only other thing that has not arrived yet, because it wasn't a Prime product, is a spatula tool. So it's kind of a tool like this, only it's metal. The spatula is metal, and the other side is more like a bone folder kind of thing, or at least that's how I've seen people use it. So you use the one side to kind of flatten down your double-sided tape or whatever, and then you can use the spatula side to pull it off. It goes with it's a silhouette, so it goes with the silhouette machine. So probably very similar. I can't find my, well, maybe I can. So it's probably kind of similar to this, but it looks like it's shaped better because everybody I see uses it to tear tape and stuff too, and this one's really not very good for that. So I've got that coming for $6.99, and that glue, that 4-ounce bottle of glue was $8. But yeah, it's from the store Books by Hand, so I figure that should be pretty good. And you can get it all the way up to gallon size. Holy cow, what does a gallon size cost? They show people using the foam brushes with it. Oh, they've got a gallon size in the picture, but they're only selling the 8 and the 4 and the 8 ounce. Oh, I should have got the 8 ounce. It was only $11.98, so that would have been cheaper overall. All right, so that is my Amazon haul. And several of these things I could have gotten cheaper on Temu, but I, in this case, wanted them fast, which is the downfall of Temu. But, well, I couldn't have gotten this from Temu, but they would have had some variation of this, and definitely would have had some variation of these punches and the brads. So I don't know about transparency. The paper, I don't know that they would have done well with the paper. And if they had gotten it or had it, who knows what it would have been like once it got here. It would have been all bent and stuff. But anyway, I'm excited to get this. I don't know if I'll get a chance to get this unpacked tonight so that I can test it out tomorrow and maybe post some pictures of the stuff that I print out. But soon. And then I may do a video on the printables and print a couple things from each, because this store had everything 50% off. So if you at all use printables, I'll link to her shop too, just in case you want to get. I think her sale ends Friday, so 50% off of well, I shouldn't say it's everything. It seemed like it was everything, but probably wasn't. But so if you're in the printable world and you like working with that, I'll link to it. But otherwise, I think that's all I've got. This is Monday night, and I believe this will air tomorrow evening, maybe around 5 or 6, because I've got that decluttering one that I did earlier that's going to air in the morning. But otherwise, you know how it is. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it if you gave me a thumbs up. And if you enjoy the content that I produce on this channel, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. We are a fun place, and we do all kinds of things, and I'm kind of a nut, so I don't know. If you like that kind of thing, please stick around, and we will continue to have some fun as I learn this new junk journaling craft, which is going to be in direct opposition to my decluttering journey. This is my problem. Half of me wants to be clean and orderly and minimalist, but then the other half of me that rules really is always wanting to try new crafts. And I don't know, maybe I've got a little bit of ADHD or something where I get bored easily. I don't have any reason to be bored. I have a family, I have a job, and this is my craft, but it's almost like I want to spend all my time crafting now, you know, which it's like, I don't know. I was asking my husband at lunch, I'm like, do you think you could make a living just creating, you know, learning how to use Print Shop, creating printables? Because I'm thinking, I just spent $100 at this Etsy store for all these printables, and that's going to be like one of the best things to sell, right? You don't have any inventory. You create this, and the second somebody buys it, you send them the file, they can't return it at that point, so you don't have to deal with returns. And then you just have to be creative enough, I guess, to be able to design really cool images. But I don't know, I'm kind of jealous because that seems like that would be an awesome job. Now it's probably really hard to get going from the ground up, but yeah, that seems like a cool a cool job. All right, well, enough is enough, right? So wherever you are, whenever you are, I hope you're having a great day. And until we meet again, I hope you take care of yourself. Talk to you later. Bye.